Okay. Yes. So sometimes you can see that the conversation is like that, but not today, fortunately. So welcome again on our moment of truth. Like every Saturday, we are meeting with nice surrounding and nice people. And thank you very much. As a Toastmaster, I would like to thank you and shake your hand. Because you just joined our club on Thursday and today on Saturday, the same week, you are already in Moment of Truth.
Yes, I'm not sure if I'm brave or crazy, but here I am enjoying it.
Some people are saying that in being courage, it's also being crazy a bit, so I don't know if there is some kind of measure that we can check it.
I guess it's both. As long as we keep the balance between them, I think we'll be fine.
Okay, great. Yeah, okay. And something that I also remember, I think it's not connected with being crazy about you, it's the smile. That you're coming for the meeting with the wide smile, sharing with our people, so that's something that I was remembering about you.
Thank you.
Okay. We are meeting also 2 days after, or no, sorry, 1 day after Women's Day.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 days because we had also Women's Day on Thursday on our meeting, the Toastmasters meeting, but it was yesterday, so
Indeed.
it was like twice.
That was a very nice occasion, you know.
Yeah.
I feel I'm celebrating Women's Day 3 days in a row. I mean, 7th, 8th, and 9th of March.
Yeah.
Very good year, very good.
Yeah. Just to keep the atmosphere.
Yes.
And generally, Women's Day and Men's Day, it's every day. Even if somebody is using the horn and I guess it's not so happy, it's worth to celebrate it. Okay, so that's great. We are here today to talk a bit, to also share with you how is it to be Toastmaster and also develop yourself, because that's why we are joining Toastmaster. And what was the reason that you decided to join? Of course, our club, but generally Toastmaster, because this is your second club.
It is, and it is my third opportunity actually to join Toastmasters. I missed the first one in Romania,
Okay. Oh.
and I waited for about 6 years to actually join a first club in Łódź, and now the second club. I wanted to organize my thoughts. I wanted to get more organized in sending messages, because we can all speak in one circumstance or another, but there is one thing to speak and another thing to speak with a purpose and to actually reach that purpose and to make sure people understand you and they fully feel what you want to say to them.
Yeah, that's a nice thought, and that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying also about Toastmasters, because people are mostly connected with public speaker, right? Public speaker or motivational speaker, coach or something like that. But I'm saying that this is like talking to people in a way that it's interesting, but also to be understandable well, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Right? Just to share some thoughts and ideas and some experiences, right?
Of course.
So it was like that. But it was not so easy start for me, to be honest, because first when I came, I had a huge barrier with English. So then first I had to deal with that and then with public speaking. So yeah, sometimes it's not that easy.
So it was even more useful for you because you got more purpose achieved here.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
And we have also something special with us. Women's Day is connected also with flowers. We have also some flowers in front of us. I guess it's the game that you might know already, the Dixit game, which we are a big fan of.
Yes, yes we are.
So maybe we could choose like one of the cards. If you could choose one of them.
Should I choose flowers? Or let's choose this one.
Okay, so if you could show that everybody will see some kind of bubbles, I guess.
Yes, a little child blowing bubbles.
Yeah.
Bubbles that turn into planets. So this makes me think of dreams being put out there, being turned into reality. being shown for others to be inspired by them. So I like this card very much.
Yeah, and the connection with bubbles and also becoming planets. What is your connection with for this card with being a woman?
That's a very good question, you know. Because women are supposed to be inspiring, and women are supposed to be the first model for children, for the people from tomorrow. So basically, we are the ones that are initially making the bubbles and inspiring our children, first of all. So that's the first thought that comes to mind. Besides, I also like the colors very much because we have green, which is the color of hope, the color of nature in spring, most likely. And then we have the yellows, the purples, it's bright colors, the colors of nature, the sun, energy. So overall, it's a very nice mood looking at this picture.
Okay, so we have nice colors and we have also our coffees.
Yes.
Which I guess I would like to taste. I don't know how you,
Let's
but
see.
I really love the coffee. Some people are saying that coffee is raising your energy. To be honest, also being in Toastmasters, but sharing some knowledge and ideas or putting into life ideas is something like more energetic from my perspective than the coffee even.
I think that's the most energetic, you know? Well, as soon as you turn ideas into reality, into words, into a speech, you feel better because you get to interact with the others and you get to see their reaction. And their reaction is one sort of energy or the other. So even if it's good or bad, it's still energy, and it fills you, and it gives you even more energy to put to continue with yes, with your idea. So that's the most energetic activity, really.
Yeah, even sometimes more than sport, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Especially when you're standing 20 or 15 minutes in front of the audience, right, and moving on the stage. It's also maybe not so intensive, but also physical activity.
It's also intensive, I would say.
Okay.
But yes, indeed, not very physical, just intensive.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we were talking about your connection with the card and being a woman. And how is it to be a woman generally, if you would choose the one thing that is most precious for you about being a woman?
There are so many things. I'm
I
so
know.
happy to be a woman, to be honest. But the most important and the thing that makes me happiest to be a woman is the choice that I have of combining strengths and weaknesses. And when you find that balance between strengths and weaknesses, you yourself feel a lot stronger. And women have this chance because they can afford being weak and strong at the same time. You know, men appreciate weakness in women, but they also appreciate the strength. So it's something you know, something that gives us a sort of satisfaction, you know, because we can do that. We have the natural ability of doing that as women.
And showing strengths and also weaknesses, as you said. And weakness, I also see a possibility to learn something, to experience something.
Exactly. Weakness is good because it gives us the opportunity to see what we can improve. If we are always strong, we don't see what we can improve. So it's nice to be weak every now and again.
Yeah, and it's also the field for development and seeing still some challenge in making it more interesting, because if you're perfect, life would be really boring.
It would be. With everything perfect around you, you have nothing to improve, you have nothing to, well, maybe to explore a little bit, but being perfect, you're supposed to know everything and experience everything, so no. It's good to be imperfect.
Yeah. And we see it also when we are doing our activities as a Toastmasters. If it is a speech or a role, You always have your evaluator, so the person that will give you this kind of feedback and you know where to develop. And also having a mentor, for me it was quite surprising that when you join Toastmaster you have also your mentor, so the person who is more experienced and is supporting you. Generally I was not expecting that.
You're right, me neither. When I first heard about this, oh Nico, you should get yourself a mentor. I was like, do I get to do that? And then I was like, oh my god, choose a mentor. What mentor should I choose? What's the idea behind it? It was a completely new idea for me, so I was like,
Something surprising, right?
Yes.
Okay, using also our cars, if you could choose another one that would represent your biggest strength that you would like to share with us, what would it be? And in the meantime, I would try this delicious coffee again.
I think I would go for this one.
Okay, interesting. We'll show it. Okay,
Yes.
we'll turn it. So we have this kind of also bubbles, but in a different way.
Yes, it seems today it's bubble day for me.
Yeah, we have some drops outside, so maybe it's like a drop also, a bubble. How to say?
Yeah, I think I'm inspired by the weather, to be honest.
Maybe
Yes.
it's that.
Rain is good when you're inside, so I like rain to stay there and
Not to invite it here, right?
indeed.
Okay.
But it is an inspiration. So these bubbles, yeah, you could say they are drops, I guess. Yeah.
Something in the middle. Yeah. Everybody can have different connection. It's about yours, of course.
Yes. Each drop has a different content. So this represents the content we all have in us, I guess, because we can all be bright, or we can all be cold. We can all be happy. We can be confused. We can be sneaky or mean or good. I mean, these bubbles represent for me all aspects of a human being, to be honest. So it's a nice and complex.
So you mean
card.
this variety that you have, like here different ones, like in the middle, right? Inside, it's about that.
Yes, yeah, it could be that as well. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
This, for example, you're right. It reminds me of. Lately, I associate it with the parks in Lodz, to be honest,
Okay.
because
There's even a bird in here.
yes, yes, it's so nice. I mean, in spring and summer, Lodz turns into the most wonderful city.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about others because I've heard stories that not everybody is a fan of Lodz, but
There are some rumors.
exactly.
about it.
See, but I believe Lodz is a great city, a wonderful city. It's so green in summer, and
Thank you.
it has lots of green, lots of birds, lots of nature. I love it.
Okay. And also taking into consideration our time, I would like to ask you for one last thing. The only chance, the last chance for you today to choose the card. The thing that will represent the most precious thing for you that you learned, or maybe you're still developing in Toastmasters Club. What would it be?
I guess it would be this one.
Oh, okay. So with the bird, right? Like this, a pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon, yeah. It's basically, this is very much Toastmaster idea for me, because it helps me give shape to my purpose.
Okay.
So it's a child, because we are all children at heart. I like to believe that. Shaping a cloud into a white bird. So basically, the child is shaping in my opinion, his dreams, his purpose in life. So, and it's a very nice purpose, a very nicely shaped purpose.
Yeah, looking really good.
Yeah.
We'll also move a bit from cards to forward because we have some questions in here in the meantime. So we'll need to come back a bit to the phone like we were at the beginning. So first question is to you, actually. What expectation do you have from your new adventure Toastmasters?
I hope I will be more fluent in my communication, and with this in mind, I hope I will have the strength to take charge of more important decisions, because Toastmasters is the first step into taking charge of my life, you know, and we are usually faced with a lot of decisions, more important or less important decisions, and by facing my more or less fears of speaking, I get to practice facing fears in general, so I could face important decisions in future, and I could actually take a decision instead of walking away from it and letting it happen, you know. So this gives me strength.
Okay, great to hear. This is something that I heard and I really like the Toastmasters give you some transferable skills that you can use also in your private life.
Yes.
Not only being this public speaker, also in different situations.
Yeah.
We have even more questions. So we have greeting. Also.
Hi.
Hi for all. And there is also a question. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you. Very happy to be here.
Yeah, it was not mentioned to whom is the picture, who is the question. It's also the information about the nice picture, I guess, the one that we have at the background. Yeah, so I'm also very good. I'm also happy, as you mentioned, that the rain is outside and we are here, not inviting the rain to us. So thank you very much for the questions and of course for watching us. To be honest, we'll be moving forward to because it's also about our timing, right? Yeah. We would like to give the essence, so the information, the conversation, to see what is more or less, because we are talking about Toastmasters, and also what we learned, it's visible, like maybe not straight talking about it, but the way that we are speaking.
Yes, indeed.
So it's also about that, and you could see about like two Dixit freaks here. So it was also nice to share. If I would choose one card, I would choose this one, because this is connected with stairs. And stairs, for me, if we are concerning the Toastmasters meeting, it's also going up and up, developing yourself. But also from the really experienced Toastmaster, I heard about 3 F's. First is fun, because we are having good atmosphere and having fun on the meetings and organizing some events. Second is friends. You can see that we are quite nice, I guess. Maybe not so not so modest, but still. And we have more people who are really interested and involved in what they are doing. And the third thing, it's learning. So it's learning with fun. And we are doing that. Feel really invited for our meeting. We are meeting every Thursday in Boutique Hotel at Piłsudskiego. Feel invited as a guest, feel invited as a member or a future member for our meeting. And of course for the next Moments of Truth that you can see and experience every Saturday. And of course, thank you very much for Nicoleta Retro Cafe for inviting us again. And we have this great coffee also. You have, I guess, chocolate?
Yes, I have hot chocolate.
Yeah.
It's really good. I recommend it.
Yeah. And thank you for you that after such a short time you decided to join and be here today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you.
Okay, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.